Hello, 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 and welcome to another Bad Seed Bride and Property of the Week video. Cheers. By the time you're watching this, I've retired. My last working day should have been yesterday. I'm either about to embark on a tremendous journey or I've made a terrible mistake. Time will tell. I'm feeling pretty good. Had a call with my solicitor this week. Everything seems to be moving in the right direction house-wise. My buyer's buyer conducted their survey today, I think. I said on the last video I lost the house in Littlewood Bay that I really liked, and I was a little bit down about that, if I'm honest. And I'm struggling a little to find nice properties in Normandy for sale at the moment, which is why I'm going to show you the property I'm about to show you. It's a lot further south than I ever look at or will become apparent. But check this out. This is lovely. First things first, I found this property on the Green Acres website, and this property is brought to market through Immobilier Fabrice Bruyeres, Capri France. As always, link to the property in the description. And then if we just take a look at the map, you'll see there's no ferry crossings on this one, I'm afraid. We're down in Nouvelle, Aquitaine. We're just west of Clermont-Ferrand. We're just east of Limoges, which from the UK is the closest airport, and that's just over 2 hours away. Okay, anyone who has watched this channel for any period of time will tell you that Bad Seed Brighton has the mind of a 5-year-old. And if I had to draw a house, this is how a 5-year-old draws a house. Obviously, the stairs going up to the double front doors. We've got 5 windows at the front, all with wooden shutters. Picture shows nicely the height of the attic, which we'll see later. And I think we have 2 fireplaces connected to those chimneys. I'm going to probably outrage you all. The tree, the first tree in the foreground, it's coming down. It's just too big for how close it is for the property. I don't want it coming through the roof. It would open up the front of the property. Forgive me if you're hating me for that. Just another shot from outside the property. On the left-hand side of the house itself, you can see there's another door. Not a great deal more to say about this picture, really. Just a shot here showing the outbuilding to the left or the right, depends what direction you're looking at, of the property. Looks like a great size, looks to be in great condition as well. Straight, dry walls. So many of these properties, you know, the outbuilding doors are hanging off, the roof is sagging. I don't think that's the case here. I'm just trying to see, is that guttering to the outbuilding? I can't tell. Just a picture here starting to show some of the grounds. 1.5 hectares of land with this property. There's something behind the outbuilding, and I can't tell what it is. I don't know if that's a hen house or what it is. And then I'm looking in that large area of land to the right of the house. There's that grey circle. I don't know if that's a well. I'd be amazed if this property doesn't come with a well. I don't think I saw one mentioned in the details. I don't think it's the septic tank. Picture just showing here the extent of how wooded the land is. There's the road, I guess that's the access here on the right of the picture. No hard standing to the property. You are just driving over the ground. And then a couple of things I think I want to point out. So there's something going on here in the top left of the picture. I'm assuming that's neighbours. There doesn't seem to be any fencing or boundary, but I think that's your nearest neighbours. Something else I noticed looking at these pictures, there's this area to the side of the main property. I think that you've got a terrace. I think that's a sun terrace, which would be absolutely lovely. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure what's going down in the bottom left-hand corner. Is that some other outbuilding? Or I don't think that's neighbours. I'm pretty sure that's got to come with the property. So there's a door from outside into the kitchen. And you know what? I think this is some of the best and the worst of the house. So the kitchen is the one room that you would say you're going to do work on. In the center of the picture, to the rear of the sofa and the table, I think that's a sink. There's a cooker there. Okay, that's all coming out, isn't it? And we're going to start putting in a beautiful kitchen. You can see there's a door on the right going off into, I don't know, perhaps the dining room, quite possibly the dining room. That would make sense. You've got this beautiful, huge granite fireplace. Well, there's either a wood burner or, I don't know, do you want to put a range in there and really make something of it? I think this is the room that needs the most work, but when it's completed, again, it's a good size, nice high ceilings, well proportioned room. You would have a lovely family kitchen. And, you know, we spend more and more time in the kitchens of houses now. It's the center of the home. Then there's a second picture here of the kitchen, a door in the far corner. I think that's just a cupboard. Got a feeling that might be an understairs cupboard. To the right of that, we've got these double doors, which I think might be leading out onto some sort of hallway. You can see there's an old fridge freezer and a broken down wardrobe stuck in the hall. Tiled floor throughout, and then further doors, looks like further double doors, which could be leading on either to that dining room or possibly a living room. Continuing on downstairs, I think perhaps this is my favourite room in the house. You've got those beautiful double doors leading out to the garden. You've got double doors inside. The one on the right, obviously, we don't know where that goes to. The one on the left, I don't know. There's some sort of ante-room back there. So tiled floor on the ground floor. The craftsmanship in the ceiling and above the fireplace, it's just fantastic. This is the room where the Christmas tree goes. This is the railway children room, if you like. It's beautiful. And then there's a picture here of the stairs, I think going up from ground floor to first floor, probably up to attic. The quality of the balustrade, you know, it's really simple, but it's really elegant. We'll call this bedroom 1. So, starting from the floor, great solid floorboards, beautiful. Let's give them a sand, bring them back to their best. There's a table just edging into the right of the picture. Then I see a recliner armchair, another table, 2 single beds and a wardrobe. And there's still acres of space in this bedroom. It's light, it's bright, it's airy, nice high ceilings. The ceiling itself looks immaculate. And, you know, a property of this age and quality, just look at the curve at the top of the windows. So well made. For bedroom 2, see bedroom 1. High ceilings, obviously. Light, bright, airy. Fantastic floor. Both the first 2 bedrooms we've looked at have got the dado rail running around them. 2 good windows. 1, 2, 3 beds, a table. It looks like a chaise lounge, a wardrobe, another table and chairs. You could walk round that bedroom. It looks like a hospital ward. Fantastic size. Bedroom 3, I think maybe is a little bit smaller. I can only see the 1 bed, 2 tables, couple of chairs, a enormous wardrobe. You know what I'm thinking when I'm looking at these pictures? I wonder how much of the furniture, if any, would come with the house. Bedroom 4, by the looks of it, just the 1 window. But again, great size, beautiful proportioned room. Again, properties of this age, the ceilings can start to sag or crack. Looks, you know, immaculate, perhaps going a little overboard. But the ceilings are great. Again, lovely, beautiful floorboards throughout this property. What a great size room. Here's a picture of the attic. On the left, you can see the stairs coming up, I guess, from down below. Big, solid boards. Fantastic original framing for the house itself. You can't quite tell from this picture. I imagine the attic is the entire floor space of the house. It either screams out there should be a table tennis table up here, or an elderly relative sat in a rocking chair about to drive you crazy. And then finally, the big reveal. So, Greenacres described this as a charming house for sale in the countryside. Flayat, Nouvelle Aquitaine. Surface area of 206 square metres. Just over 1.5 hectares of land. 7 rooms, 4 bedrooms, 2 shower rooms in its own large wooded lot. Euro 159,000. That's just the asking price. You'll probably add another 10% to that, 7 to 10% to that for notaire fees. But that 159,000 euro equates to 135,000 British, 184,000 US, 254,000 Canadian dollar, and 284 Australian dollar. What do you think? It's just lovely. The grounds are lovely. I think perhaps there's one neighbour slightly to the north in one of the pictures. I think I can see something. But the grounds are beautiful. The house is that the nicest house I've looked at? Perhaps not, but for quality of craftsmanship, that knocks everything else into a cocked hat. That is what I believe the French call une maison bourgeoise. It's a beautiful property. But do you agree? Please let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks all for your participation. We will get to France at some point. Where are we? Almost the end of June. Yeah, I hope to be back in France in time for la grande vacances, when everything will be closed. But I'd like six weeks, I think, in France then. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.